I know what producers do in music, television, and movies, but what does a producer do with respect to app development?
So at Small Planet, the producers play a couple different roles. We're the client liaison. We do all of it. We manage all of the communication with the client. And then we also work very closely with a team of designers and developers on the different projects that we work on.
Okay, so about how long are projects and what's the team structure look like for them?
Yeah, so with the projects that we work on, projects typically go anywhere from 3 to anywhere, maybe up to 8 months. And a team usually consists of myself, a producer, a creative director, a senior developer, a junior developer, and a junior designer.
Cool, so really sort of cross-functional team.
Absolutely, yeah.
For junior developers, something that's really important is creative control, especially when you spend so much time working in very small teams, just 1 or 2 people. So if you were a junior developer and considering an agency, are you still going to have that opportunity to express yourself and have a lot of creative control, or are you just going to kind of be told what to do?
Yeah, so one thing that's really cool about the agency that I work at is that everyone is an equal collaborator in the development of the project. We don't break off and have, like creative doing the concepting who are just then dictating the designs to the developers. We work in a really agile way. We like to experiment a lot with our development as we're moving forward, and we all work together to figure out what the best execution and solution for a client's needs are.
So do you think it's easier to go into market iOS first, or do you have to come in with both platforms now at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, historically we have found that at first people were only focused on iOS, and then we found that more and more clients were coming in, at least saying that they would like to do a cross-platform rollout, but then when push came to shove, realizing that they really were prioritizing iOS. But more and more we're seeing that people really do mean a cross-platform rollout, and we're looking at simultaneous releases both on iOS and Android.
Now, you've worked a lot with in-app purchases for some of your bigger clients. What advice do you have for developers considering the IAP model?
Sure. In-app purchase, it can be tricky. A lot of the brands that we've implemented in-app purchase with have been major entertainment brands, and they've had brand equity to really help their cause. But what we found is that when you do develop a feature that users want more of, when you can streamline that development process and really make it as efficient as possible, then it can be a profitable endeavor if you have something that people want.
Right, and so it can't be a cheap, like just have to get it out the door thing. It still has to be valuable, but you are looking for kind of like reduce the marginal cost of every new thing.
Yeah, and that's actually been one of the challenges. When you're working on an app that has a long stream of in-app purchase products that you're releasing, especially when they are iterations on the same type of feature, it's really about quality control, and it's really about maintaining that level of quality that your users expect and that has made them loyal to your application.
Right, you don't want to just release a widget in green, you want it to be something that feels new.
Right, yep.
Cool. I'm sure you get a lot of inbound requests about building new apps for people. How do you identify projects that you want to take on and sort of protect yourself from really time-wasting things?
Yeah, I guess as much as you can, do the due diligence to learn about the project. What are the business objectives? What are the goals that the person with the idea has? What is their schedule? Try to figure out if it seems like their goals are realistic. As a developer, you know about user experience and you know about the platform that you're developing on. So you can try to get a sense of if their idea is feasible, and if they are sort of, if their ideas are achievable, and if it's something that you're passionate about as well.
At the end of the day, though, does it all just kind of come back to the budget?
It's really up to the developer. If it's something that they're passionate about and they believe that they would like to get involved in the project, then we say go for it. We certainly have worked on projects that we were really passionate about, and it's something that we have wanted to do, something we believed in, something our developers and our designers were excited about, and we took that project on regardless of whether or not we are an agency.
Right, and in that case, maybe it's not so much of a commercial obligation, you are doing it more for fun, so if the compensation is a little lower, you know that you got a lot of experience out of it, but you're aware of that going in.
Sure. Yeah, and you know, if it's a project that is going to make it, you know, you don't think that it has any commercial viability, and if you take it takes so it's going to take so much of your time that you're not going to be able to pay the bills otherwise, then I would say don't do it. But if you are in a position where you're excited about it and you think that there is an opportunity for some users to get some value out of it and you want to get it out there into people's hands, then go for it.